Welcome back everyone. I have returned after the success of the several coins of Charles I or Charles II on the last outing. I'm off again today, so I thought I'd come back. Thanks to everyone for all the likes and all the subscriptions, and if you do like what you see, I'd appreciate it if you'd tap the button and subscribe. Hopefully lots more good finds to come. Let's see what else we can get out this field today. Let's see what we get. So I didn't film the signal, but it is a musket ball. It didn't sound great. It's not been fired. It's still got this little nipple on the end from when it was moulded. So it's from a flintlock musket. First firearm recorded in Scotland, I think, was sometime in the late 14th century. Sometime about 1380 if I remember rightly. But this is from a more recent musket, so it's certainly going to be sometime 16, 17, maybe into the early 1800s. So again, it wasn't the best signal in the world, so I didn't film it. And it's more lead. And it's like the evolution of firearms. Not 100% certain, but this to me looks like it's a later incarnation of a bullet. I'm guessing that this probably is from either a really late musket ball when they started to shape them differently, or it's one of the early cartridge bullets. I wouldn't say it's the greatest, but it's been quite quiet, so we'll give it a go. So it came out on the first spadeful, and I spotted the green. You can see it there. Initially I thought coin, but it looks more like it's dome shaped. So I think it's going to be a button. And there on the back is an eyelet. See that there? So hopefully there's going to be some decoration. Oh, some gold. And what looks like a crown. Nice. Hammered gold would have been nicer, but it's definitely a button. So let's give it a clean up and see what we get. So that's as much as I'm willing to do. I've basically not really touched the back. It's not in great condition. I don't really want to do any more with the front. I really need some water, and I've forgot my bottle at home. But you can make out the gold gilding, the crown, and what I think is two letters. I'm going to guess it's a G and an R. It looks like a regimental button. It's probably going to be First or Second World War. I would probably say probably second. Most of the buttons that are military that come from here tend to be, but I don't want to clean it up without water because I'm going to take the gilding off that's left. So if you know what it is, let me know. Good one here. Sounds like a coin. So we're out the hole. Is that another coin? Or a button? Looks silver. I think it's going to be a button. Damn, it's a button. Thought for a minute I had a hammered coin there. So we got a bit of a ropey signal, and it's in the hole. It's right there. It's quite a big bit of metal. Maybe a little brass wheel or something off a bit of furniture. Well, it's not, it's a watch. It's a pocket watch. It is a pocket watch. I got a cog yesterday that I thought was maybe off of a pocket watch. Not that unusual to find these. I normally get one or two a year. Unfortunately, it's not made of solid gold. It's been a brass one. Probably Victorian, so sometime the late 1800s into the early 1900s. Unfortunately the rain's on, but I just spotted a little eyes only find. Looks to me like one of two things. It's either a marble, a glass marble for a child's toy, or it's a stopper for what were called cod bottles. Not sure if they actually contained cod liver oil or not, but I think it's a cod bottle stopper. But look at the beautiful colour. This sort of bluey green tinge to it. Probably Victorian, probably sometime 1850, 1900. Now the rain's on, it's not too heavy. I'm going to rough it out. Right, it's in here. There we go, sat it there. That is it there. Looks like a piece of lead. Strange piece of lead. Almost rectangular. Well, that's a strange one. I can't say I've had a piece like that before. Rectangular, scratches across the surface, and kind of a bit of an angled edge. Could it have broken off or something? But don't know what that could have been. It's quite a substantial bit of lead. Any ideas? Lying on the surface, the obligatory shotgun cap. Got a bit of writing on it. So it's from a 12-bore shotgun, Nobel. I wonder if that's Nobel as in the Nobel Peace Prize. I think at the top there it says Ely, E-L-E-Y. Not sure what sort of age that would be, but clearly you can see the firing pins being struck. So a bit erratic. I've got 2 for 1 here though. I've got a little, what I think is a little brass doorknob or a little cabinet knob. Quite heavy actually. But I got 2 signals just close by to one another, and that's the other one right there. And it looks like a big buckle. It is a big buckle. It's not a human buckle, it's an animal buckle. So this is of a heavy horse. This would have been part of the reins, or the sort of leather straps that would have towed the plough before the tractor was invented. So it's in reasonable condition. They normally are, because they're big and chunky. So a big Clydesdale horse, a big heavy horse, would have had this on its saddle or on its bridle to pull a plough. Probably dates to, I don't know, I'm guessing probably the 1800s into the early 1900s. It is indeed a button. Quite a dainty little button. And the loop's still intact. Normally they're broken. But it probably dates to 17 into the early 1800s. Again, not the best signal. But what do I know? Forgot to hit record. I'm sitting here in the field talking to myself. Well, I knew it probably wasn't rubbish, but at the same time I knew it wasn't a coin. And at first I thought it was one of these Georgian buttons, but it's not. It's a small lead musket shot. Good signal. Will it be a coin? I haven't had a coin yet. I can't remember the last time that I went out and didn't get at least one, so fingers crossed. We're out in the first hole. It's in there. It's in here. We have a clod. Oh, I don't see anything yet. If I don't see a coin this time, I don't think there's going to be one. Nope. Ah, like what's that there? It looks like lead. It is lead. And it's another... Is it another bullet? Or maybe just a rolled piece of lead. Could the wait be over? That has to be a coin, surely. Right, we're out the hole. It still sounds good. And it's in here. Hopefully. Come on, be a coin. Let's break it in half. It's not a coin, damn it. It's just a piece of copper pipe. Not even copper pipe, it's just a Oh, it's part of a buckle. A broken bit of a buckle. Ah, I don't believe it. So the hunt for a coin goes on. So this one didn't sound great, so again I didn't film it. And it is a thimble. Got a wee hole in the top there, it's full of soil. And it's a bit chipped around the edges. It's been rumbling about in the field for a while. So these aren't that uncommon. You normally get one or two a month, give or take, when we're out in the busy times. So I moved to a different part of the field. I don't know how obvious it is, but to me it's very obvious that there's a big circular change in the colour of the soil here. And if you look down below, you see how dark it is in comparison to this bit. So I don't know if it's geological or whether there's something else going on, but we've got a signal. Might it be the long-awaited coin? Let's see. And the answer is no. It is a hot rock. So 3 bits of coke on the trot, so I didn't, or I'm going to edit out the next 2, but sounded just like coke. And look at that. Is it the elusive coin? Or is it a button? Or even a shotgun cap? Oh, I think it might be a coin. At last. Right, moment of truth. Look at how compacted that is into the soil. You can see as well the soil, how sandy it is, so it must be a geological feature. And there we go, look. Ta-da! So here's the reverse. And like so many of the coins from this field, seen better days, but thankfully I can just make out 1861. So that means it's definitely Queen Victoria. I think it's a halfpenny. Oh no, it's not, it's a farthing. I think I can just make out ING there, so I think it's a farthing. I thought it looked too small to be a halfpenny. And on this side, not much better, but I can just make out Toria, Victoria, DG. Another good signal. There's actually a little bit of green just right there, is that it? That is it. It's a little button. There's the imprint there where it was, and it's part of a little button, a little gold button again, double gold. Let's give it a wee clean up and see. Alas, no pattern, but you can make out round the edges on the front it was gold gilded at some point, and on the back it's definitely still gold gilded. It's got these little swirly leaf designs. I always wonder why they decorate the back when you can't see it, and also why they bother gold gilding the back as well, but maybe someone knows. Another one worth digging. Nope, no button. It's a tiny little fragment of lead. Had quite a lot of these off this field, but it's old lead. It's white, so it's been in the ground for a long time, and it could be, you know, it could be 500 years old or 1,000 years old, so it's always a good sign of activity, because back in the day lead was the plastic of its time. Unbeknown to everyone, it was actually killing them, but hey ho. Back on the high ground, I've been waiting ages for a decent signal. But I've got one. Could it be another coin? And the answer is, hopefully. Ah, don't believe it. It's another piece of coke. I thought I was starting to get the hang of discriminating them. Not to be. Another pretty good one. Let's see what we've got. We're out the hole, sounding, dare I say, too good. I think it could be, I was going to say aluminium, but it looks like it's, oh no, I was going to say it looks like a tractor part, but I think it's actually a weight. I think it's a cup weight. So that's the best I can do. No markings on the outside. Normally the marking is on the inside, but I can't, for what I've been able to do, I can't see one, but there's probably one there somewhere. I think it probably is about a ½ ounce cup weight, which is 14 grams, give or take. So what might well be the last find of the day. It's a little button, not particularly old. Always seems to be the end of the day when you turn up something a bit, not so much unexpected, but normally a good find right at the death. So this didn't sound good at all. I'd had a few bits of lead and I dug it anyway. And now that it's lying on its side, and I suspect it was lying on its edge, the signal is much better, and I can see already it looks like a coin. If it's a button, it's going to be a big one. Oh, dropped it. So it's a coin. I can see some letters already. It's pretty packed on. Let me give it a clean up. So the other side is blank, but on this side you can just make out G-E-O-R. It's going to be Georgius. He's facing to the right, so that tells me it's either George the First or George the Third. And up here 111, so it is George the Third. So that's going to put it sometime between 1760 and 1820. So when I've checked the GPS, I got another George not far away from here yesterday, so that's the one at the bottom that I got yesterday, and at the top right is the one that I just got there just now. Both doing reasonably well, considering. This patch of ground obviously isn't quite as corrosive for coins as the other parts of the field. It is darker here, so I suspect it's probably wetter. But 2 coins. Yesterday I think I got 7 coins, and today I've just scraped 2. That's detecting for you, but it's better than none. So I think that'll definitely be me. So thanks for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.